Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I am sat in a dark room right now, but oh well. Anyway, today I'm gonna be this video is literally mainly about me deciding on whether I should go back to work or not, and if it's the best options and the pros and cons to staying at home or going back to work. So as most of you know, I am 36 weeks pregnant, and obviously soon I'll be giving birth, so I've got 25 days left, and then hopefully she should be here unless she's late. And I just want to make sure that with me deciding on going back to work or staying at home, which one's the best choice and decision for me. And I'll bring you guys along when it comes to me actually talking and going through stuff about me actually moving and about me going back to work and stuff like that. I'll proper document everything. Anyway, I'm going to start off with the pros and cons of staying home, and I'll get straight into that. So the pros to me staying at home was a slight money increase, and that's because obviously once having a child my money will increase slightly. It'll probably help with obviously buying the baby bits that I need. So for an example, nappies, wipes, formula, anything baby's going to need, I know it's going to help. And obviously the vouchers you get each month. Bonding time with baby, I'll have a lot more time with my baby bonding than if I was to go to work. My college tuition would be free. I can watch the baby grow up, and obviously that includes bonding time and whatever. And then free childcare when I go to college, because obviously I'll be a stay-at-home mum. Now the cons to me not going to work would be, it's probably going to take me a lot longer to get a house. I struggle, once I've got the house, I will struggle getting bits for the house. So for an example, a fridge, an oven, I mean, I've got a washing machine, but if I didn't have one of them, I would struggle getting a washing machine. So basically the essentials I would need, literally I would say they are the essentials. I would struggle getting them if I wasn't to go back to work. I have debt on me, which you probably have known in a few other videos. So it would take me longer to pay that off. I pay it off each month with small payments, but it's not something that goes down rapidly. It's not something that I can get paid each week, look at and be like, I'm nearly done it, I've nearly paid that off, I've nearly, you know, stuff like that. It's like, I want that. I want to be able to see it go down weekly instead of monthly. And I'm trying to start up my own business, like beauty business and stuff, and I know that that's going to take a lot longer for me to start up as well, just because although I can spend £4 a month and get 25 cards, or £20 every so often and buy a load of business cards, it'll take me a lot longer to basically get my business cards, loyalty cards, thank you cards and stuff like that. Basically anything that I want for my business, and the equipment like makeup and my nail kit and stuff like that. I just know it'd take a lot longer. So that's like my pros and cons of staying at home. And I like the fact that I get to stay at home because I will see my baby a lot more. Obviously I spend more time with her. I can breastfeed without having to worry about struggling to breastfeed while I'm at work, or not being able to breastfeed while I'm at work, or just trying to express pump and stuff like that. So that was basically my staying at home pros and cons. Now my working pros and cons are kind of similar, but they're also a little different as well. So, oh my god, you know I'm a mother when I've got a bun like this. Please. Anyway, pros and cons to working instead of staying at home. So I'll start with the pros again and then work down to cons. So I would have money increase, but that would be weekly instead of monthly. Bonding time with my daughter would be more special, because obviously I'd get to spend time with her when I wasn't working. So like on my days off, I'll spend all day with her. On like the times that I come home from work, I'll bathe her, I'll like feed her, I'll obviously interact with her and bond with her, play with her for a few like an hour or something, and I'll spend time reading to her, and I'll make up the time from work by spending with her. My debt will be paid off so much faster, and then obviously when moving into a new home, I can have money saved up for appliances, I can pay for my college fee, I can like pay for bits and bobs that I'm going to need, and not worry about when I can pay for it and where my money's coming from. My business can build faster. I can always have like business cards in, thank you cards, stuff like that. I can start saving money. I can always keep on top of bills, because when I didn't have debt, I mainly only got debt when I moved into my first property. So when I don't have debt, I am really good with my money. I don't miss bills, I don't miss payments, and like I moved into a house paying for a loan, but I weren't in debt. I was only in debt when I lost my job, which is also why I want to start my business, because if I was to lose my job, I have something to fall back on, whereas I've never had anything to fall back on. Credit build, it will build my credit up, and obviously if I don't use my credit keeps building. I can get home a lot faster, especially if I save money, and obviously because I'm trying to get a council house, if they want, for an example, a month's rent or something, I can pay that, and I won't have to worry about, I don't have the money for this. And then I can also buy items for the house, pardon, and my little girl a lot faster than my monthly payments. Now the cons to working, like obviously different to me staying at home, but I also think they're relevant and worked out pretty well. So I won't get no free childcare if I was to like put my child in childcare while I was working or while I was in college or something. However, that's where my sisters come into it, because I'm lucky to have my sisters helping me, whereas they can look after her for when I'm at college, they can look after her for that night, and then I'd pick her up like the next morning or the next evening or something. If not that, then I can have my daughter in childcare throughout the day. Yes, I would pay for it, but I could have her in childcare throughout the day. And if not that, then my sisters would look after her throughout the day or the night or whatever while I was working. I'll be paying for college, but I've gone out of my way to contact the college and find out how much the fee is for me to pay, and the rest of the stuff like the uniform, the textbooks, the kit, how much everything's going to pay, so then I have a rough idea of what to save when, like, if I was to start working, how much to save for college, so I don't struggle with that. And then once that's put aside, I can then focus on like building up my credit and my house and stuff like that. I would probably have stress worrying about my little girl, making sure she's safe, and stress of being like, will I be able to work? Do I have enough money for this? Do I have like stuff like that? But I don't, as long as I stick to work, I don't think I would have that much stress. And I can't just leave work just because like I don't want to work anymore or whatever. But I know that if I was to like get fired or something, that's a different story. But I don't want to get fired, nor would I want to leave work, but I know that once I start working, I can't just leave. I will miss bonding time with my daughter, because I won't have a lot of it, but I know that when I do get time with her, I will bond as much as I can, and I know that when she's older, hopefully she won't hate me for going to work. I know that she'd probably appreciate it, to try and like understand that I was just doing what I was doing to give her a better life, a life that I thought she deserved. And I can pay all my bills and everything and not worry about, oh, I'm behind on this bill, I'm behind on that bill. If you have any like advice, like if you've got your own advice or any advice on pros and cons, or just like your reasons to going back to work and your reasons to stay home, I'm happy to hear them. To be honest, I'd rather hear people, like both sides of people who have stayed home and sides of people who have gone back to work, so then I can get a better understanding. Since I'm just going off basically myself, I don't have an understanding of being a stay-at-home mum or being a working mum. I just know that I was working at one point, then I fell pregnant, and then I've not worked while being pregnant. So I just want to get back into the working lifestyle, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing what I think is the right thing for me. Anyway, that's it for this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!